Okay, so have you ever finished like a really good book
Mm-hmm.
and kind of wished you could like see how it all came together?
Yeah,
Like how'd they do that?
right.
Well, that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey.
Oh, yeah?
And it's a surprisingly intricate one too when you really get into it.
Oh, totally.
We're talking about taking a thought like a spark of imagination and making it into a physical thing with pages and a cover.
Something you can actually hold.
Exactly.
It's kind of wild when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
So it all starts with the manuscript,
Right.
which is kind of like the blueprint for the book.
I like that analogy.
You know, it might not look like much at first,
Uh-huh.
but it's got all the important stuff in there.
It's true. And just like a blueprint needs an architect to make sense of it, a good manuscript needs a talented author who can like weave a good plot and characters you care about.
Yeah, and obviously good writing too.
Of course, that's a given.
And that's not easy, right?
No, absolutely not.
But like I can barely write a grocery list without messing it up.
Huh.
This source said it's like running a marathon through a jungle gym in the dark
Oh, wow.
while being chased by squirrels.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate way to describe it,
Right.
especially when you're dealing with writer's block or just can't figure out the right words to use.
Ugh, the worst.
But the authors that make it are the ones who push through all that.
The ones who don't give up.
Exactly.
So let's say you somehow managed to wrangle all those squirrels and the manuscript's finally done.
Okay.
What's next?
Well, next comes finding an agent.
Which I'm hearing can feel like winning the lottery.
It's true. Agents are incredibly busy and they
Yeah.
get like tons of submissions every day.
Wow. So how do you even stand out?
You need something that grabs them, something unique and captivating.
So they're like literary detectives then.
Kind of. They have to sift through so much to find the hidden gems.
And then they have to fight for you too, right?
Oh, yeah, they're negotiators.
They wear a lot of hats.
They have to know what's going to sell what readers want.
Market trends.
Exactly.
Man, it really makes you appreciate the author-agent relationship.
It's a partnership for sure.
They're not just your advocate. They're like your guide through all this.
That's a great way to put it.
But even with a good agent, there's still one more big hurdle,
Right, yeah.
finding a publisher.
That can be a nail biter.
This source actually called it publisher purgatory.
I can see why it's a lot of waiting and hoping.
So what is it exactly what happens in publisher purgatory?
Well, you have to remember publishing houses are businesses too.
Right.
They have to think about things like what's popular right now,
Market trends again?
right? And who the book is for.
Makes sense?
They also got to think about costs, printing, marketing, all that.
The business side of it.
Exactly. And that can be tough for authors. You've poured your heart into this book, and now it's being judged on if it'll sell.
Yeah, that's got to be hard.
It's a balancing act for sure.
So you make it through purgatory.
Hopefully a little less worse for wear.
Totally. And then what?
Well, that's when the real work begins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's time to bring in the editors.
Oh, yeah, those guys. I always feel kind of bad for editors.
Why is that?
It just seems like such a thankless job, you know?
I get what you mean, but it's so important.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, a good editor can make or break a book.
exactly.
Mm.
They're the ones making sure everything makes sense, the story flows, and there aren't any typos.
Typos are the
It's
worst.
the worst, and they work really closely with the author on this. It's a collaboration.
That's good. I'd hate to think of them like just attacking my manuscript with a red pen.
Ha ha ha. No, it's much more nuanced than that.
Okay, good.
They want to make this story the best it can be while still respecting the author's vision.
So it's a partnership.
Exactly.
I like that.
So once the editors have done their magic,
All the scrolls are gone.
yeah, no more squirrels. We move on to the design phase.
Oh, right. The cover?
Yes, but it's more than just the cover.
It is.
It's the whole look of the book.
Oh, you mean like what font they use and stuff?
Yeah. Exactly the typography, even the way the text is laid out on the page, all that factors in.
Wow, I never really thought about it like that.
It makes a bigger difference than you might think.
So it's like they're designing the whole reading experience.
Exactly. They're trying to make it visually appealing and engaging.
That's cool.
It's like the difference between a good meal and a beautifully plated gourmet experience.
I like the way you think.
Haha, thanks.
Okay, so the book's edited. It looks amazing.
Right.
Time to print the thing.
Almost. We're getting close.
What else is there?
Well, we got to print it first.
Oh, right, duh.
But seriously, printing is a whole other beast.
Yeah.
Those giant printing presses.
Like from school field trips?
Yeah, those things are incredible.
They are pretty cool.
They can print thousands of books in a day, and it's not just printing in black and white anymore.
Oh, yeah. Color printing, too.
Yeah, and different types of paper, all sorts of options.
Wow. Technology these days.
Right. But it doesn't stop there.
What do you?
Once the books are printed, they have to get shipped out to the world.
Oh, right, distribution.
Exactly. And that's a whole logistical puzzle in itself.
Like figuring out who gets what and where it all goes.
Exactly. It's a massive operation.
It's like a massive dance,
It really is, with so many moving parts.
all perfectly in sync.
Exactly. And all that just to get that book into your hands.
It really makes you appreciate it, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
like all the work that goes into it.
All those people working behind the scenes.
Yeah, so we don't even have to think about it.
We get to just enjoy the final product.
Exactly. And this source called That Moment When a Reader Connects with a Book, The Birth of a Reader.
Ah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, me too. It's like this whole new world opens up.
Right. It's a really powerful thing.
It is. And it's not just a one-way street either.
Oh, you mean like how the reader brings their own experiences to the story?
Exactly. So it becomes something new.
It's like a conversation almost.
That's a great way to put it.
A conversation between the author and the reader, even though they might be separated by like time and distance.
Why? Yeah.
And that conversation can change us, make us think differently about the world.
And to think that all starts with a single manuscript,
It's really amazing when you consider the whole journey.
it is from those first words to closing the book for the last time.
It's a testament to human creativity for sure.
It really is. So next time you pick up a book, think about that journey for a second.
All the people who helped make it happen.
It really adds another layer to the whole experience.
It does, and it makes you realize that each book really is something special.
Well said. And listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What's a book that's really stuck with you? And what do you imagine its publishing journey was like?
Yeah.
Let us know.